Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be doing gameplay with the brand new Invincible Benjamin Simmons. I'm super excited to try out Ben here in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. I'll be totally honest, this card does not look that much better than his 100 overall. I would recommend that you pick up his 100 overall instead of his Invincible. The price tag difference on those cards is going to be noticeable. Now, my boy, Not Cool Blue here pulled Invincible Ben. I don't actually know what he got him out of. He didn't tell me if it was the free 10 box or if it was like a Hoff box or like an Invincible pack or something, because he didn't he didn't let me know anyway what he pulled him out of. But I do think realistically he doesn't look that much better than his 100 overall. His 100 overall is half the price. So to me, that's I don't know. We'll talk about it as the video progresses, but he doesn't seem worth the price tag. That being said, should be awesome. Excited to try him out. Appreciate Cool Blue for letting me do so. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. I've been uploading through COVID. I'm still sick. I'm struggling, but I'm doing my best to get y'all as much videos as possible with as much energy as possible. And then I'm gonna go take a nap here in a little bit. But I appreciate y'all's support. And Ben is 99 everything, of course. Card looks absolutely awesome. And then he's got 12 legends: Posterizer, Dimer, Glove, Interceptor, Immovable, Layup, Mixmaster, Paint Prodigy, Physical Finisher, Versatile Visionary, Lightning Launch, On-Ball Menace, and Paint Patroller with 28 Hoffs. I mean, he's absolutely loaded, obviously, but to be totally honest, there are a lot of 100 overall Ben Simmons with 40 Hoffs. Like I had 100 overall Ben Simmons with 40 Hoffs. That's going to play stat and badge wise exactly like this card. You know what I mean? And then now he has Trey behind the back. That's the biggest change. He already had Kemba Escape. He already had Garland Dribble Style. He doesn't have a better size up now. What he has now compared to what he did have is the behind the back, which does matter, and it absolutely helps his shot creation ability. I don't want to sit here and say it doesn't. Does it matter enough to where he is now 2 million MT or 2.5 million MT worth instead of 1? No, I don't personally think so. A behind the back does not make a million MT of difference. Let's be realistic here. If you're going to pick up a Ben Simmons, I would get his 100 overall. I don't think you'll regret it. I think he'll give you 95 to 98% of the same thing. But I am excited to see what this card can do. I do think overall he is better, and I think he's gonna be a lot of fun, and also one of the best 2 or 3 PGs in my team. So let's hop into a game, see what Ben Simmons can do. Alrighty, we're playing against rimming you. Pause. This dude's got Ralph Sampson and Invincible KP, so really good front court. And he's got LaMelo. He's got who is that? Dave Cowens, I think. He's got Jermaine. No, we have Jermaine O'Neal, and then he's got Dr. J. So he's got a full Invincible lineup and a bunch of really good ones at that. This is an elite level team for sure. Like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is a great squad. Now, can Ben physically dominate LaMelo a bit? I'm going to be interested to see whether the answer is yes or no, honestly. And apparently he can't run through him. I was kind of very terrible defense, very terrible offense. I know. I was literally just trying to run through him. That's a mid-range pull-up. Should be green, right? Good shot, Ben. Way to get a bucket at the end of the first possession. We'll take it. Nice little comfortable fade. He does have Pro 3 fade still, so that's another flaw with this card. There's a few things you can kind of nitpick at, you know what I mean? But as at the end of the day, a 6'10 PGU can move as well as he can and has a solid jump shot. Is going to be as elite defensively as he is. I mean, being able to get a contest there, even though my opponent hit it, my opponent clearly a good player, is still encouraging. You know what I mean? He doesn't have, I really think 2K, oh, we just smoked that badly. I really think 2K kind of butchered the crossover aspect. I think him being the slasher he is, more than a behind the back, I feel like he should have a crossover. If they had given De'Aaron Fox crossover, I think that'd be really, really nice to upgrade his slashing ability. One of the best, obviously, downhill driving moves in the game. There's that downhill driving right there, though, into a stick dunk, and Ben Simmons finishes at the rim for his first dunk of the game. And you can see what he's doing defensively already, making LaMelo work for everything. The defense is clearly elite, but it's not eliter than the defense on a badged version of his 100. You know what I mean? Because he's going to have those legend defensive badges anyway, and he's going to be half the price. You see what I'm saying? The only real differentiating factor between this card and his 100 overall is the behind the back. That seems to kind of be the only real overarching change. And if maybe there were a couple more changes, like a better fade, a better crossover, a better size up, it'd be like, okay, I get it. As is, I don't see that. And when we're at this end game point in the year where every card is pretty much nearly perfect, it's the small things that differentiate cards, or that are supposed to. And he just doesn't have very many of those. He's an amazing card, but so is his 100. And so for me, if I'm considering picking up a point guard, which as of right now, I sold my 100 overall Ben Simmons like a little bit over a week ago, and I'm not really planning on getting him back right now, but I might consider it. If I do pick up a tall PG at some point, it will probably be, as of right now, Ben Simmons. It'll just probably be the 100 overall version, not the invincible version, at least for right now, just because I think value-wise, that's a lot smarter move. Now, my opponent's a pretty good player. I do want to give him credit. He's doing a really nice job so far. But also, I don't think Ben, I think one thing that this is demonstrating, Ben isn't really a super great shot creator at a, this dude's playing really obnoxiously. I say really obnoxiously. He's just sweating me, which is annoying in gameplays. You know what I mean? It's not how I personally try to play. That's another late possession bucket for Ben. Really good patience right there. Leads to a bucket. But I mean, obviously this card is really good, and I can absolutely see the argument for him being one of the best 3 to 5 point guards in my team. Defensively, he's been really good. This dude's a very solid player and has been, but we've been making him really work with LaMelo so far. I would say this is a very successful defensive first quarter, despite a couple of the buckets he's actually been able to get. Really think he's been really good against LaMelo. That's a great shot. This dude's tough. That's a really nice shot and a great late possession bucket by him after I would say what was honestly a pretty good defensive possession. It's a force. That's the thing. He doesn't really have a fade, and his jumper isn't that spectacular. So most of his shooting ability is going to be off the ball stuff. Is kind of one of my biggest probably critiques of the card, is that as a shooter, it's going to be catch and shoot or in transition. I mean, I just don't think you're going to be coming off of screens very confidently and fading or shooting all that much with him. The slashing does make up for it, and the defense does, but the jumper's not bad at all, but I'm not going to sit here and say he has a elite 3-hunting jumper at this point. And he doesn't have the fade for sure. So those are valid criticisms that I think are absolutely realistic to have. And so I just want to point those out as well. Again, I just think this card is he spectacular? Yes. Could he have been even more spectacular? Yes. He's doing an insane job of getting to the rim though. My opponent isn't X-switching it quite early enough, and it's just allowing us these downhill driving lanes over and over again. So really good first quarter for Ben on the offensive end of the court with 12 points. And honestly, I think defensively, he's been pretty great too. So got to give credit where it's due, and that's really good defense to end the quarter. So he probably won't score, and we've contested a fade. There you go. 3-point game at the end of the first. Give my opponent credit. Really good player. He's a stud. The fact that Ben has all 12 of our points against a player this solid is a good sign for how elite of a card he is. But I also think, again, that the same is true about his 100 overall, a card that I have absolutely made an argument for has a chance to be a top 5 point guard in the game. And now that I look at this card, I kind of think he might be still. It's just like, it depends on what you're looking for. Because obviously a guy like LaMelo, a guy like Luka, who I think are end of the top 5 PGs as well, those guys give you the shot creation. Ben doesn't give you that. He's not as much as Garland dribble style, Kemba escape, and even Trey behind the back on this card is nice. It's really not the cheat code glitchy shot creation ability that he has had, or that other PGs have at this point in the year, especially with the jumper that he's got. What he has is insane slashing and insane defense. That's what he does at an elite level. And if you value those two things at your point guard position more than anything else, this is your guy. If you value 3-hunting and shot creation, Luka Doncic, LaMelo Ball, guys like that are going to be overall better point guard cards. That's pretty much all I have to say about that, honestly. But this Ben Simmons is very, very good. I mean, he has been absolutely extremely good so far. The switchability is also extremely valuable, the 6'10 frame and all that type of stuff. And honestly, using this card makes me want to get my 100 overall Ben Simmons back, because he is so damn good. Even without being quote unquote perfect, the card is absolutely insane. Good Lord, Greg Oden. I think Ben just got hurt. Did Ben just get hurt? Oh, Ben just got hurt. Okay, well, the gameplay was probably going to be over anyway, but now it's definitely over. 14 points, 1 rebound, 7 to 9. Like I said, insane slashing, insane defense. Not going to do a ton shooting the ball unless it's catch and shoot, especially against a good player. So, hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.